peppers in my feet.
Dale, we found the one space that has rocks in it, huh?
I don't know where they came from.
Hey, Dr. Hoff said rocks are good. Air gets in. We got plenty of them. We all need some of those wooden shoes, Dr. Hoff.
Well, if you have stones in the soil, I can tell you it's quite
Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay, now I like to make the soil loose because there's always competition between plants and those are very thirsty, so they will immediately go to the water. Quicker than you think, every 3 days 1 inch, the growth speed of the roots. And now we're going to fill. Can I have a bucket with water, please?
Is it not needing to put water in the south side first?
Oh, here we go. I'll do the next one. See, what I do is I put the water in the bucket. Yeah.
We first put some water in the box to prevent it from floating. And then I add approximately a gallon in the middle because instead of pushing the roots with my wooden shoes, we want to compact the soil with water, which is a lot easier for the roots. So we do it like that indirectly, but if you do it directly, then the roots wash out. A little bit more, please.
No, you go up there.
There's not more?
He's got some in the back. Mike's got some in the back of the truck, he said.
And otherwise you do it tomorrow.
No, Mike's got some. Thank you, Mike.
This Joplin water, is that okay?
It's the
No,
same
it
water.
may contaminate the
Dale,
ground.
is the Joplin water okay?
We have a permit for that?
That's what we got. So.
Same stuff, Patrick.
Hasn't gone through Simmerhorn yet.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
While we're waiting on the water, Patrick, our partner in this project, the City of Joplin, I'd
Come on
like
up
to
so I can
recognize
picture.
him. Come up here.
Thank you.
Yeah, come on, Patrick.
A lot of people come to realize that Joplin and Galena and Cherokee County, Pat has been so instrumental in the restoration of Route 66, has pledged his support and has followed through with it. So
Stephanie's here from,
I think this is one of those.
Stephanie's here from the Chief's office.
Yes, and all those that have been instrumental in support of Route 66 and this whole initiative, I'd like to recognize them. So we thank you guys for stepping up and really taking the lead on this project and almost drug us in, but we appreciate it.
So, a lot of prosperity, it's good for everybody, and the model we're working with is Tulsa is actually involved too, is a larger city, Joplin is a good-sized city, and Boise is a small city. And the whole thing to get it kicked off seems very valuable, I think. So it's good to be a part of it.
So I'd like to thank all those that we've recognized and just give them a hand because this is awesome.
Right now, we're going to protect the tree. In many areas there are problems with animals who like to eat everything that's green when surroundings are very dry and dead. In this case, I'm going to choose for this one because this one has wood. And I know from experience, when you have a tree with wood, even if you loses the leaves, then after a few weeks the wood will resprout and this tree will not be damaged. But this one is actually very soft, very young. There's no wood in it, so when it burns, you have lost it. So actually, if you're ever going to plant, this is for the purpose too young. We prefer a tree that has wood in it, let's say at least a year old. This is better, because it will give you, with such trees you will have 100% survival rate if you plant, no matter how hot it is. If you would plant this without protection, and you would then have a hot August, every day 40 degrees Celsius, so let's say 110 Fahrenheit, it will just burn away because it cannot meet, you know, with the quantity of evaporation while the root system is still inactive. So we put this here. And now it will probably, if things go well in the end of August, it will be already out of it. And then you can, you know, if you would have deer and the deer would like that tree, you can put a second one on it. This morning when we were with the intimate group, I taught you how to do that. Well, so I leave that up to you guys, but this will work. Now we close the box when maybe, oh, there is already some extra water. Okay. And this is it. No care necessary. Next year, probably when you find out that in October it's growing well, it is already steady and established. So next year March you plant the second. So I explained this morning that actually the tree will signal you when it feels well, because as soon as sprouts will come, new leaves will come, you know, okay, this tree is now already established. And then after the winter, just in March, you plant the next one. And this is how it works. I hope most of it is clear. If you have any question, please feel free to ask it.
Thank you.
So the fact that that potentially is going to fill up with water tonight and maybe stay wet for a week is not detrimental to it.
What do you mean wet for a week?
Well, it rains here a lot,
Yeah.
or not. But
Yeah, yeah.
So that loose soil and all of that's going to fill up with water.
There's a drain hole on
No,
it.
the you know, this
The
soil
ground.
is
I'm talking
so
about the ground.
there's so much, let's say, I don't know how you call that, we call that time, but let's say little stones.
Gravel.
Gravel, yeah, that's the word, yeah. Well, it's extremely drained, this soil. It's actually a fantastic soil. If I would have to make a soil, I would make a soil like this, because it's heavier than clay, sorry, than sand, but it's lighter than clay. So it is an ideal soil. Of course, what is important is that you plant a tree that is capable to grow with these heavy metals. If the heavy metals are a problem for the tree, it will die, but that's not because of water. So that's what you have to look at. But you know, to enter in your environment, you see at least 10 varieties that grow well. Just choose one of those species, and you will have good results.
I see why most of my trees have died. I've done them all wrong.
Yeah,
No, yeah,
me too.
but if you don't
Me
know
too.
it,
Me too. I learned so much today. Absolutely.
yeah.
So Joe, do you
Okay,
think we
I
can
lost a
find
plum
some
tree
rock
for-
to put around this?
Yeah,
I don't know if
yeah,
there's any
explain,
available.
that's nice.
Yeah, Mr. Hoff said to sealant around it would be good to have rock because it absorbs the humidity as well, and it keeps it from over flooding. I know we have quite a bit.
So how big a rock?
If we all collect 3 rocks now, and you all have done something, so let's just start.
3 rocks.
3 rocks. That's quite a big rock.
That's 1,020 feet.
And we just throw them around there.
I'm an overachiever.
And we got a car coming.
George is still out there looking for rocks.
I want to thank you all for coming.
Well, thank you all so much. I hope this was as enjoyable to you as it was to me. So I'd like to give Peter a hand. Thank you so much.
So he's done shaking hands for the day.
Oh, he's getting off.
He's muddy.
Awesome.
So you go to Tulsa from here? You go back to Dublin?
Well, we've
Tulsa.
volunteered with Gregory.
You and Melissa. Since you need a way